Centuries of our collective imagination, our cultural anxieties, and our deepest fears of the dark woods built a kingdom in the ethereal realm, and now the void has bled into it, bringing our oldest nightmares straight into the 21st century. Welcome to Eviliv3, a celebration of my favorite tabletop role-playing games. This is a sister channel to Eviliv. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, because today we are pulling back the veil on the modern Fae in Ævum Malum, my modern, urban dark fantasy tabletop role-playing game campaign setting. The Fae in Ævum Malum are not alien invaders. Rather, they're a mirror of humanity, warped by void energy. Existing just beyond the veil, they remain completely hidden from ordinary mortals who routinely explain away their bizarre actions as missing person cases, freak accidents, or sudden psychological breaks. Driven by void corruption, these entities are hyper-focused on punishing human cruelty, enforcing ancient boundaries, and executing an alien agenda. For game masters running an urban fantasy campaign, navigating this hidden tier of reality requires a specific shift in tone. These entities shouldn't be handled as standard combat encounters with simple stat blocks. They are intricate puzzle encounters. Players who stumble into their territory must learn the specific reality-warping rules of the fairy tale they have walked into. If players treat them like standard monsters, the Fae's glamour and void-backed malice become terrifyingly lethal. The core of today's lore breakdown focuses on 4 distinct modern Fae threats that roam the concrete jungle, along with the precise rules mortals must follow to survive them. The first of these threats is the concrete spriggan, known as the Twisted Guardian. Once a protector of ancient groves, this entity is now a grotesque fusion of rotted roots, jagged rebar, and cracked asphalt lurking in abandoned construction sites and dying urban parks. It is driven by retribution, fueled by an intense void-driven hatred for ecological destruction and human arrogance. The spriggan explicitly targets those who desecrate the natural world or show cruelty to animals, dragging its victims beneath the earth to feed the soil. Mortals can pacify a spriggan through deliberate acts of environmental restoration, offering raw, iron-free copper tokens, or planting native flora over the concrete wounds of the city. If caught unawares in their territory, leaving an offering of pure water and showing absolute humility can buy enough time to escape. Deep within the city underpasses, a different danger awaits. The Huldrefolk, or the Siren of the concrete jungle, is strikingly beautiful from the front, but entirely hollow or bark-skinned from behind. In the modern era, they mimic high society elites, nocturnal street performers, or mesmerizing digital influencers to draw unsuspecting people into dark alleys and secluded city corners. They crave human obsession and worship to maintain their physical forms. When a mortal stops paying attention or shows cruelty and indifference, the Huldra's vanity turns lethal, driving the victim to madness or draining their life force entirely. Survival requires absolute adherence to old-world chivalry, never acknowledging their true nature, and, above all, never looking at their backs. They can be appeased with exquisite handmade gifts, specifically silver jewelry, milk, or unblemished sweetbreads left on neutral ground. Further into the residential grid, the threat enters the home. The Void Weaver Changeling is a malicious insectoid fae that slips through the ethereal veil into suburban homes to swap a human infant with a construct made of glamour, twigs, and void matter. Driven by infiltration and emotional harvest, the Fae use the stolen human child to breed specialized agents in the ethereal realm. Meanwhile, the changeling left behind feeds on the grief, confusion, and raw terror of the unsuspecting parents as the baby begins to subtly warp reality around the house. If a parent suspects a swap, they must never harm the construct, as it mirrors the damage onto the real child. Instead, they must raise the changeling baby with genuine, unconditional love and protection. The purity of parental care disrupts the void corruption, forcing the Fae to return the original child out of sheer inability to process that localized emotional frequency. Placing a pair of iron shears beneath the crib also acts as a powerful ward against them. Finally, families must look out for the trench coat bogart, the domestic tormentor. These small, hideously misproportioned parasites hitchhike into modern households inside antique furniture, thrift store mirrors, or the luggage of abusive, cruel individuals. They're attracted to households harboring hidden cruelty, domestic malice, or profound selfishness, seeking torment and chaos. They escalate small misfortunes into catastrophic incidents, spoiling food, breaking family heirlooms, and whispering terrors into the ears of the cruel while they sleep. Fortunately, bogarts are bound by a twisted sense of hospitality. They can be pacified and reverted into helpful brownies if the malice in the home ceases and they are given daily quiet offerings of fresh cream, honey, and shoes left by the hearth. However, homeowners must proceed with caution. If you explicitly give them new clothing or try to insult them, they will burn the house down to the foundations. They represent an entirely alien threat in the form of mischief makers, elemental and environmental enforcers, and terrifying supernatural predators. They exist in a realm outside of our own corporeal reality, fueled by our collective ethereal fears. Using a single or group of Fae in your campaign will open up the world to even more nefarious difficulties, forcing the players to research folklore and myths in an effort to try to understand and combat these truly alien beings. Thank you for watching today's Ævum Malum episode. Subscribe and ring the bell if you're new to the channel. Don't forget to click the like button and comment to let others learn about this dark and engaging modern urban fantasy tabletop role-playing game campaign setting. You can join my actual plays and get $10 by signing up to startplaying.games, and even pick up other tabletop role-playing games using my affiliate link in the description below. Thank you to creator patrons Aaron Hardy and D. Robert Handy, producer patron David Galindo, and developer patrons Chris Androu and Sam Ruiz. And as always, remember that evil spelled backwards is live. So get out there and be evil.